Welcome to our Hypno Talk show. I'm your host Karina and my guest is today Sonia Maria Horn. I hope you will enjoy the second episode of our Hypno Talk with the theme Procrastination. Hello everybody and welcome to our new Hypno Talk, second episode with my colleague Sonia Maria Horn. Welcome to the show. Hi. Sonia. Hi.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
And me too. I want to introduce you to our audience first before we dig deep into our topic today, which is procrastination. So Sonia was born in Ireland. That's why her English is much better than mine. And she grew up in north of Germany, having traveled the world, living in London, Dublin, Italy, France, and Thailand. Just to mention a few, she is now a successful mindset expert who helps people to increase their self-worth in order to live a fulfilled, purpose-driven life. So during the last 2 decades, she intensified her research and studies on the power of the subconscious mind. And her own personal life story made her want to find the ultimate solution-oriented therapy and tools for real transformation and success. So following amazing mentors that Sonia had, like Esther Hicks, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Eckhart Tolle, and Dr. Wayne Dyer, for example, she became one of the first RTT therapists based in Germany. Now, having expanded to a more holistic approach, she includes energy work as well into her work with hypnotherapy, like EFT, and her own programs. So welcome again, Sonia.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
My first question would be, because you taught me before that you became interested into the subconscious mind when you were in Thailand. Yes. You lived 5 years in Thailand, you told me. And what was it that made you just wanted to know so much about the subconscious mind? What was the first moment that you had to just research it? What was it?
Yeah, that's a very good question, because I've always been interested in psychology, in the human body of psychology. And what triggered me most to deep dive into the mindset and to the power of the thoughts was basically my own destiny, I should say, because in Thailand my relationship broke up. So that's when I decided to get a divorce, and it went really. I was kind of confronted with my own challenges in life, and that led me to go even deeper and to find the perfect tool and to find the tools that helped me to take control of my life and to get out of this situation of, I was rock bottom, basically. I was financially absolutely dependent on my parents. I had no income. I was a single mom of 2 little girls. Roya was only 1 at the time. Sheila was 5. So it was a very, very tough time. I left Thailand then, got a divorce, and was confronted with the rest of my life. So what am I going to do? Yes. And that's when I basically decided to do the therapy myself, which was analytical therapy, because I wanted to know, why am I making the decisions that I'm making? And I realized
during those to failure. That was your impression of
it was
your experience.
I wouldn't call it failure, but I would call it the guidance. Who was guiding me? What was guiding me? And I wanted to get to know myself better. But this therapy, which was analytical, it felt as if it didn't get me anywhere. It was like turning around in circles, focusing on the negative in life.
Yes.
And it didn't actually, let me level up and expand and really get to the core issue. And that's when RTT came into my life, basically.
Wonderful. And then you specialized later in procrastination, helping people with procrastination. How was this? Why did you get, and first of all, I wanted to know, how would you define procrastination? Because there are so different description of it. It's like a world of science behind that. How would you define it? And what made you just, help people overcome procrastination? And what tools do you use to do that?
Basically, I specialized on self-worth initially. I still am specialized on self-worth and getting to the core issue of why self-worth is not the way it should be. But this topic, basically, whenever I had clients come to me, it all led to, or it all, this lack of self-worth, or them wanting to, feel more worthy, feeling enough, feeling better in themselves. It all had this tail, basically, that made them eat wrong, be overweight. It made them make decisions with their partner. Self-worth for me and for my clients, or for many, many people, I believe is the key and the core issue of all the issues that come. So once we really are in balance and in alignment with ourselves and our inner being, then we can expand, then we can grow. However, I had a client now way back who came to me and she said, I'm a procrastinator. Okay. And that's actually what kicked it off, that I dived deeper into that topic, because I also see many of my clients come to me who are held back, should I say, from, by procrastination, even though they know if they did what they wanted to do, they would feel better. Yeah. But procrastination is, I would define as something, not doing something that would serve us, in spite of us knowing that it's going to do us good and serve us and help us and make us feel good. However, we're still not doing it. So, and there are many reasons for procrastination. There's, we find there's a creative procrastinator who, instead of doing the important things, they, go over and draw a picture or something. They find something that makes them feel good, but it's not actually what's important.
They're still busy, right? They make themselves busy all day long, but don't do the prioritizing things, right?
Exactly. So procrastination has many reasons. It can also be underlined by fear, being scared subconsciously of actually being successful, of actually leveling up, of being judged when we show ourselves, when we become visible to, because often becoming successful is a form of being visible and making ourselves vulnerable as well, right?
Absolutely.
It took me a long time before I actually could do what I'm doing now. And it's really a journey. So
me too.
Many people can relate to this. And that's so beautiful about it, that, we deal with the
Get
clients.
out of your shell.
Yeah. And it feels so good, right? Yes. And that's it. When we manage to overcome those fears and those guilt factors or whatever is holding us back, and then we have those little success stories, those milestones, and the brain actually kicks out the dopamine and makes us feel so good. And that's what we're thriving for, to feel this feeling.
Okay. And how do you go about? How do you help your clients to change and to overcome procrastination?
I would say there are quite a few approaches now. I mean, obviously we do a RTT session. We do the rapid transformational therapy session, which was explained already. The hypnosis, we do a hypnosis, mixed with NLP, and there we go to the core issue of the client. What is actually holding them back from feeling self-worth, from, physical pain, whatever reason they come to me about. And then if it is actually procrastination, that's their main issue, then you can have, on a conscious level, more approaches as well. You can, I know you're a great fan of Mel Robbins, and so am I.
Oh, yes, 5-second rule.
Exactly. And that actually, I tried it on myself as well, and it worked for me. It can work. It doesn't work for everybody, but it can work. And there are quite a few conscious, first we go to the subconscious mind, and then on a conscious level, we also have tools and tricks how to overcome. And it begins every day anew. I mean, we're confronted with challenges and tasks every day on a daily life, right?
Decisions, being able to make decisions on a daily basis.
Yes, yeah. And make the
challenge.
Exactly, make the decisions that bring us further to our goals. And that's what I'm so eagerly and passionately helping my clients with, and putting my knowledge out there, because I've been there, I've been stuck, and I've been in a place where I was turning around in circles and I was chasing my own tail, and I just couldn't get out of this loop. And it's so frustrating, and it can really, go to an extent of falling into a depression, because we know we want this so much.
And we are capable of it.
Exactly.
We are all capable of doing so amazing things, and it sleeps within us if we don't take action. Yeah. But to overcome the fear first, going back to the reason, why am I so fearful of doing the things that I want to do, right? Yeah. I just remember Brian Tracy, we talked about it recently. Eat That Frog. It really changed my life, that book. Eat That Frog. So Eat That Frog. The frog is a metaphor for the big task and the goals you want to reach in life. And you have to eat that in the morning. And I think the programs you created, it starts exactly there, right? In the morning.
Thank you.
Brian Tracy, Eat That Frog.
Just in case somebody doesn't know.
Everyone should really read that book. It changed my life in terms of, as a mom, I just share a little bit because I did a lot of research on procrastination as well. So I decided, as a single mom of 3 little girls, to do my PhD in my late 40s.
Yeah, my respect you have.
But how do you manage that? How do you tackle that? And then I came across Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy, and he said, it was so interesting. I never forgot about it. It was such a useful insight I had. You will always procrastinate because the day is not long enough to do all the things you want to do. So you have to procrastinate certain things, but you need to choose which one you want to procrastinate in order to reach your amazing goals. So if I want to study and do my PhD program, I have to just neglect other things like cleaning my kitchen. You shouldn't have seen my kitchen in 4 years. And the meal was not on schedule. This was a little bit really out of schedule, so many things, but I knew I allow myself to procrastinate on those things because I want to get that done. Studying quantum physics and quantum medicine was much more interesting, because who asked after 20 years if your kitchen was clean or dirty? Nobody will ask about it.
Exactly. And that's what it's about. And you see, it's about prioritizing. Exactly. That's another key element of overcoming it. And what Mel Robbins said in one of her, or many of her interviews and talks as well, you are not a procrastinator. Like this client came to me, I'm a procrastinator. No, you have the habit of procrastination. And it's a huge difference, because habits can be changed, right? Yes. And it has such a negative image and vibe to it, procrastination.
I don't like that word even.
No, exactly. And it's people, if they describe themselves, I'm lazy, I can't get out of bed, I can't, I'm not worthy, when I'm procrastinating, it reduces the self-worth, and it so massively.
You beat yourself up because of that, right? And
big time. And then you feel worse, and then you go to bed and pull the cover up your head.
Give up at all, yes.
Exactly. So but the good news, and that's my big giveaway today, is really, procrastination also, like you just mentioned shortly, it is actually a natural
Yes.
Protection, or it's a natural behavior of the human being, because we're made to save energy as well. Yes. And that's where it comes in. Like, procrastinating is normal, because being successful and really thriving for success and wealth, or whatever we are thriving for, it takes energy and it takes a lot of effort. And if that doesn't make sense to us, and that's the key point again, it has to, whatever outcome we have, whatever success goal we have, or whatever goal we have, our mental awareness of that has to be worthwhile for us to pursue it, to actually go for it, and to, create baby steps in order to go there. But it has to have, the motivation has to be there, implemented inside us.
It has to have a big why. I remember that in one of my business trainings, where we had to write an essay about what is your big why you want to do that.
It's a good point.
If the why is not big enough, you will just drop out of it. You will not be motivated. But as you mentioned, the brain and the protection of the brain, I also learned from other scientists that we procrastinate because our brain is occupied with other stresses. Like, for example, you have stress in your marriage, right? Or at work, and you have to do normal tasks even, and you can't focus on them because your brain is so occupied with that, daily stress with your husband, or with your boss in your company. So this makes you, so when you sort out that, what prevents you from doing the real stress, that your brain is just, want to find a solution. We have to focus on that first, right? And I think this is why RTT is so good, because when you go in, to help with or support with people who procrastinate, you will go directly to that cause, right? To the cause of stress. Then you solve that in the session. And then that's what I experienced, I'm so free of thousands of things that were just talking in my mind for so many years. And I didn't know what to prioritize, because it was so much in my mind, too many voices, too many tasks. But now I don't do so many things, and I don't let my brain take over.
Take over,
Do that.
Very good, It's a stress release. It's because it's, we're conditioned that performance equals ability, and our ability equals our self-worth. That's how we're conditioned in school. If you don't perform, you're not worth anything. So, and where's the motivation if we're constantly beating ourselves up because we don't perform the way perhaps society expects us to,
And maybe also people don't know about their purpose in life.
That's
why they procrastinate.
That's a big one. Honest to God, I had clients come to me and they come for a backache or whatever. And the bottom line is they haven't found their purpose. It's all about, it's really
a relationship.
I get
physical pain, right? And emotional pain, not living the life you are supposed to live.
Exactly. Good point.
That's very beautiful. Point.
It's all about the motivation behind our actions. The big why, like you say. I love that. I love the big why. And it's a conflict. It's a conflict of, this protection mechanism of procrastinating, and where are we, our success expectation in ourselves, and they're pulling at each other, and then we procrastinate. It takes all the energy out of us, and we just go to bed. And
I think we have to have a lot of courage, right, to do the things we really want to do. And then I think procrastination just disappears into dust.
Yes,
it's what I experience right now. When I had that idea with the hypnotalk, I knew I have to act immediately on it. If I would wait a little bit longer, this idea would just
vanish,
into the air. And I think, and this takes courage, right?
Absolutely.
Like you said, you had this camera anxiety or whatever.
Big time.
And now you look because you did it, you just had that courage. You did it, you practice it, and now you're comfortable with it, right?
Yeah. And if any of the listeners now out there, I mean, if you have anything that you're so scared of, and it's really about creating baby steps, something that's, yes, challenging and making us step out of the comfort zone. But once you achieve that, wow, it feels so good. I had a coach back then, you know, who was helping me build my business those years back. And you know, he was advising us, what do you do? And he said, just effing do it. I said, great. What advice is that? I mean, you know, come on. I could have said that to myself, but I couldn't, you know. Yeah, it's challenging and it's a journey.
What do you think about, I think, visualization? So what I do in my meditation, I know you practice meditation as well every day. I do that too since 20 years or so. And I know that when we, you know, visualize our future and the things we want to have or want to get or want to reach in life, makes it so much easier when you have that vivid pictures. Do you implement that into your RTT sessions when you do the hypnosis recording? Do you think this is a useful tool?
I do actually. I have it not only in the RTT session where I ask precisely what, because I like to put more focus on exactly that. And it's a great point that you bring that up, because it's, in my opinion, and I'm a very spiritual person, and the getting energetically, and that's what I'm saying, that's my holistic approach. I like my clients to get into an energetic alignment or an energetic focus on what they want, and that creates the success, and that creates the achieving of your goals, because you're feeling as, you know, into the having of it, and that's what really gets you in the right vibration to the having of it. And you can also huh? Pardon?
Esther Hicks.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, I love her to bits. She saved my life, you know, really.
So you learn from her that manifestation thing by visualization, right?
Well, the law of attraction, yeah, and it works. I mean, it's not only her. It's nothing new. It's just different people bringing it across. We heard through Abraham, Dr. Wayne Dyer, Joe Dispenza. It's physics. It's just like, you know, an apple drops when you let it fall. It's the gravity, and law of attraction is another form of physics. So
what you radiate out, you will attract.
Exactly that.
And that's so beautiful. So if you feel that self-worth, everything is coming into your life.
Yeah.
A good man.
Because you vibrated.
Good experiences, money, whatever.
Opportunities show up out of you. And the thing is, I can express it so well, or I'm using it so passionately because I experience it on my own self. And it's just so powerful. And I want everybody to know it, and I want everybody to practice it and use it, because the power is within all of us, all of you, all, you know, everyone.
We are creators.
Yes, exactly that. And yeah, you can bring into the audio after the RTT session, you can implement lots of positive things and get them in this meditation that they listen to every night into that vibration of visualizing. Yeah.
Would you like to demonstrate a little bit of what the power of the subconscious mind would be?
I think, there's one easy
simple thing, some simple things that we can now demonstrate for the audience, how powerful the subconscious mind really is.
Yeah, we can do. And we use it, us RTT practitioners, therapists, we use it even as a deepening in the hypnosis. And so, for example, now if you close your eyes,
well, I do that now. Everyone we can all do it together.
I even thinking about it already happens to me. So if you just close your eyes and vividly imagine going into your kitchen and you see a bowl of fruit and there's a bowl of lemon in front of you, lemons, and you take one and you cut it in half and you cut it in quarters, and just vividly imagine taking one of the quarters of the lemons and biting into it. It's a huge piece of quarter in a juicy, sour lemon that you're biting into. And you can feel right away swallowing. I can see you're doing it, Karina. So, and I do it the moment I even think about it, I have to swallow. And it brings the saliva onto your mouth. It's just, I mean, it's a simple, probably you all heard about it or done it before as a child, whatever. But that alone, right? We're thinking about it. And the body reacts.
And the body reacts. And if we would use that knowledge for everything in our lives, for every little thing, then we got it, then we own it.
Yes. Oh, goosebumps. Yeah, it's so true. So true.
I want you have a freebie as well for our audience, I think. What is it what you would give for free today?
It's I have it, it's a hypnosis for self-worth and success. And I created that a while back, and it's downloadable for free on my website. I did actually. I put the link and I put it on the comments after.
Is it? Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
I put it in the chat here, but I can put it on the comments after as well. Yeah, free for download. It's a half an hour. And if you listen to it for 21 days or more, it really implements and it gets down to your subconscious mind. And the repetition, I mean, that's what programs the mind and creates those new neurological pathways in our brain. And it's just nothing more powerful.
And I love your audio. I love your hypnosis. I have tried it myself. I need to fall asleep. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I love your voice. And yeah, you are convinced. I can hear your conviction about what you're saying, right?
Thank you. Yeah, I do have people who get back to me and say, "Oh, I always fall asleep at the beginning of it. Is that a problem?" And it's not. It's not. It happens to me.
If you fall asleep.
Yeah, the subconscious really sucks it up.
The subconscious mind never sleeps.
No, exactly. And it's taken in. People need to know that as well.
Sonia, is there a specific case you would like to share with us before we finish this? A specific case in your practice as an RTT practitioner that was so insightful, so you were so grateful about the transformation of your client. Would you like to share that?
I'd love to, because that was really one of my most emotional clients I had. It was amazing. It was a man from Hamburg, and he came to me also for self-worth, and he was suffering cancer, actually, and really had a massive operation in his lungs, and it was spreading. It was supposed to be spreading. And we had one session, and it was so intense. It was like 4 hours, and it was very, very intense. And there were reactions, and there was release happening inside him, and it was so, so powerful. He was actually a Heilpraktiker, a holistic healer.
Naturopathic doctor.
Yeah, and had his own praxis. So I went to him in Hamburg to see him there. And it was so, he got back to me 3 weeks later. He didn't have to have the second operation.
Wow.
And he was feeling much better. And I'm not saying now that it was all that, because he already had the mindset,
Yes.
But hearing that he didn't have to undergo that second operation, because what happened in the session, it was really, there was this part in him, and that was released in front of my eyes. It was just unbelievable.
Would you like to share a little bit what that part was all about? He had to release.
Well,
What was the connection from cancer to his? What was the emotional connection?
Self-worth. It's all cancer as well. It's all self-worth, and it was the parents, you know, how they
raised him.
How they made him feel like, or didn't make him feel
lacking of appreciation, praise, and all things, right?
And that's, I mean, parents always want to do the best, or they think they're doing the best for their children, and they're acting based upon their own story. And but for my parents, I was overly protected, kind of, you know, and my mother was really protective, and you know, nobody would say that I had a bad childhood, because I had a beautiful childhood. However, I mean, one look is enough to make you feel oh, I'm not doing it right, and always wanting to please. Yeah, it can be a dirty look, or it can be a correction. Hey, pull up your sleeves, or do this, do that. And that's, if that constantly is implemented into a child's mind, and that's why I have two daughters now, they're 13 and 17, and I've become so aware of what I let them do and not do. You as a mother know yourself.
Do you challenge them in opposite of what your mom did with you, protecting you so much, and being in that bubble, not being able to show, what you're capable of, because she protects you. This can cause a lot of trauma. I have learned that. What is the book called? It was such a good book, Childhood Trauma. I will find it and post it in the comments.
Oh yeah, please do.
It was about adverse effects, how adverse how adversely your childhood can affect you because of negative experiences, but also by too much protection of the child.
It gives the child the impression.
Your life.
Exactly. It gives the child the impression that she can't do it or he can't do it. If
you're disabled, kind of thing.
It's taken away from them. You can't do that. Let me do it. I just want to help, but let me do it. No.
Sonia, I would like you to, before we come to an end, to share your amazing program you have created recently in English. Would you like to share that with the audience? Maybe people really suffer from procrastination and would like to take it a step further and join your program.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thank you. It's I'm very proud of it, actually, because it was a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of passion went in there based on my own life story. Again, as we all, give what we created in the past. And I already launched it about 6 months ago, and the response from the women in this case who joined is just amazing. And it's based on, basically it's an accumulation of morning routines, and you get to create your own morning routines as well as energetic alignment. Tools for energetic alignment are implemented, and it's a real, because I need that in my life, and I need always a step-by-step guide. I need to know, and then you do this, and then you do that, and then you do this, and now you do that. So because I find the information on the internet is so overwhelming, right? I mean, you look on Insta, on Facebook, on YouTube, you're just bombarded with information. And what I try to do in this program is just comprise it to the essential key tools that help you, achieve your goals. And I have had, like I said, women who did it, and it doesn't take much. It just takes commitment, and it can become a lifestyle, because this morning routine
has to become a lifestyle, right?
It has to become a lifestyle. And I've just recently, I've heard about Al Elrod years ago, the Miracle Morning author, and he wrote a book called The Miracle Morning. And
interesting. I need to buy that.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and he's just so authentic and so natural. Hold on, Al Elrod. I think that's it. And he's been through trauma. He had a huge, massive car accident as a teenager, wasn't supposed to be able to walk, and then now walks perfectly, grew out of that. He had cancer. He's only 42, but he had so many challenges already in his life, and he turned them, and he's such a happy-go-lucky person. He's always positive, and he learned also from his mentors, like if you get to a point where you think, oh God, I can't do this, and this is just, terrible. And he said, you give it 5 minutes, and then in those 5 minutes, you let out all the anger, all the frustration, all the, swearing words that you have in your mind, let them all out. And after 5 minutes, just move on and get on with your life.
Beautiful advice.
Yeah,
I'm working on similar things right now.
Yes, me too.
Even symptoms, physical symptoms in the body are caused by rage. That's what I'm learning still from Dr. Sarno. I don't know if you know about mind-body prescription, his book calls, or healing back pain. Yes, that's my new pathway of what I wanted to do that since 4 years, but I just procrastinated on that because I wanted to do my PhD. But Dr. Sarno's work is also amazing. And I'm glad you brought that up. We have to release that anger because it is very destructive. Very destructive. And I just reminded me what you said of the miracle morning. My grandmother always said, what is the German proverb? Morning hours have gold in mouth. How do you say that in English?
I know what you mean. Yeah. The morning hours. I mean, the early bird. The early riser gets
everything done. My grandmother woke up like with a sunrise, with a how do you say Hahn? Krähen mit dem Hahn.
Cock. Yeah, the cock. The cock. Roaster is called.
Yeah. Sorry. She woke up with him, and she did all the work until 12 noon.
Yeah.
And then she was done.
But that's exactly the principle. If you look, and I've dealt with it a lot now in the past 2 years as well. Success, how do you achieve success, and how do you become successful, and how do you, achieve your vision and your goals? By really having this morning routine. And that's part of the Visionary Masterclass, because that's what makes or breaks today, this morning. And El Halbert says, get up at 5 o'clock. And Joe Dispenza, I believe also, he says, 5 o'clock is the golden hour. That's when we're most, receptive, and when we can meditate best. And before you do anything else, go on, you have something to say.
I need to put my charger.
Oh, is it not?
My laptop. 1 second. This can happen.
Yeah, we're a bit over time.
The cable is here, but I didn't, because the light was, lowering, and it's what's happening with my laptop. Good. Beautiful, okay. Beautiful. The last question I had, please put the link into the comments of your visionary masterclass, so people can access that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the last question I will ask every of my guests is, if you had a wish free, what would you wish for humanity, Sonia?
For humanity?
Yes.
I would love, exactly what I pointed out, everybody to be aware of the power within them. Really, everybody be aware that positivity and high vibration is key to solving all the problems in our life. And that's where it begins. That's how we, vibrate to the next door neighbor, to the children, to the family, to the friends, to the world. Yeah. And if we vibrate that, if every single one of us manages and learns how important it is. I'm teaching my girls now, and my daughter is 17, she's the rebel. She doesn't like capitalism. She likes communism, because that's, she's really the rebel at the moment. She wants to go into politics, and I want to protect her from feeling this negativity always. But at the same time, I think let her grow, let her thrive, and find her own way. And it's her choice. And I'm very proud of her to be like that and have that perception on life. But that would be something. So that's my vision, really, to spread the word, and that's what I do with the Visionary Masterclass. It's what I do in my work. Yeah, each single one, like you do your work. It's just, there's nothing more rewarding, and helping people. Even one person is just one in billions.
Exactly. So I hope we have given our listeners today some of the insights they needed to take a step further in their life, reaching their goals. However, if they need help, if any one of you needs help to go to the cause of your procrastination problems, just reach out to Sonia, or reach out to me if you want to. If you know already, you have, you want to work on these traumas, because they are also holding us back, right? You are welcome to share your link, your schedule appointment link, or whatever you have Calendly link. I will do the same. And I thank you so much for coming on, making the time.
Thank you.
To our Hypno Talk. And I will see you in another talk show. We already talked about it. We will do that in German next time, because we have so many German listeners. But today we just wanted to do that in English. Thank you so much, Sonia.
Thank you, Marina, so much for your time, your energy.
Thank you so much to our audience, and I welcome you to our next Hypno Talk in 2 weeks. It's a Wednesday again, and my next guest will be Silke Bayer, my RTT colleague, and the topic will be imposter syndrome. Okay, thank you so much, and see you soon. Bye bye, Sonia.
Thank you. Bye.